and anyone complaining about too many men on the ice last night come off as losers. I get you're upset. I get you're emotional where you feel like that. This was the game, right? Down 2-1 at home. This was the make or break game in the series that will decide either you're back in the series and probably will win it up if you tie the series at 2. If you lose, go down 3-1, it's over. So I think John Cooper, part of his emotions last night in complaining about the too many men in the ice call and saying how the Lightning were robbed and, you know, he didn't want to criticize the officials and left the post-game press conference after one question because he didn't want to say anything that was going to get himself in trouble. I get you're emotional because you probably the finality of the season just hit you for the first time in 3 years. You're not going to win the cup, and I know that's an emotion you haven't felt in a very long time. But with that said, there is anyone seriously complaining that there should have been a whistle for 2 men on the ice last night for Colorado right before Nazem Kadri scored his goal. You are pathetic. I'm sorry, it's pathetic. Because there was zero impact of what was supposedly a 6th player on the ice for the Avalanche, who, if you want to make the technicality that both of his skates were on the ice as he's about to hop over the boards, you're just grasping for straws. You were just then trying to look for any way, and you're always being petulant, crying how you got screwed by the refs. It's not the case. It looked to me Nathan MacKinnon, who was the man in question, skated to the bench and literally had both of his skates on the ice as he's about to literally walk off the ice. He had zero to do with the play, nothing to do, with the involvement, and you see it time and time again. Like the NHL rule is this, because I looked it up. A line change, for it to be legal, for it to be deemed not too many men off the ice, you basically have to give yourself up and be within 5 feet of the bench, skating back to where someone else can jump on and won't be considered too many men on the ice. Nathan MacKinnon is probably 6 inches from the bench before Nazem Kadri touched the puck. So anyone trying to claim that the Lightning got screwed yesterday, that too many men on the ice should have been called and the referees missed it, you're a loser. You are an absolute loser because you are just grasping for straws right now and trying to do anything but admit your team is outplayed. Trying to blame anyone but your own squad for coming up short. They were dominant in overtime. Congrats to Colorado, because you know what? Even if you want to play that game, the whistle was blown, 2 men on the ice. With the way Colorado absolutely controlled overtime, I still think they win it, even if that penalty is called. So congrats to Nazem Kadri. Hey, you talk about a roller coaster. A absolute roller coaster postseason for Nazem Kadri. Where he runs into the Blues goalie, gets heckled, gets screamed at, gets unfortunately just treated horribly by a select few Blues fans, goes out the next game, scores a hat trick, later on in the postseason gets hit on the wrist, is out for undisclosed amount of time. We're not sure if he's ever going to come back. He comes back, scores a game winner in overtime, game 4 in his first game back in the Stanley Cup Final. What a run for Nazem Kadri. Congrats to him. But also what's impressive is the Avalanche overcoming adversity without this game. Down 1-0. Right away, 30 seconds in, the Lightning score. You're up 2-0, you're dominating the series, you're feeling good. All of a sudden, the Lightning flip the script in game number 3. They blow you out. And then now, game 4, 30 seconds in, Lightning score, go up 1-0. The arena's going nuts. It's very easy to be like, uh-oh, here we go again. We saw this in the Rangers series in the Eastern Conference Finals, where the Rangers looked like they were going to cruise to the Cup. And instead, game 3 flipped, and all of a sudden, game 4, the Lightning took a stranglehold of the series and never looked back. So you score, you're down 1-0 right away before you even blink. You're down 2-1 later in the game. Credit to the Avalanche for, again, never kind of succumbing to the pressure. When you're facing the 2-time defending champs, it is so hard. Sure, you talk about how hard it is to win 2 in a row, win 3 in a row, and obviously we haven't seen it happen in almost 40 years. Teams winning 3 cups in a row. So the Lightning are trying to do something that hasn't been accomplished very often in any sport, really, but especially in hockey. But it is as hard as it is to repeat as champs, or how hard it is to win 2 or 3 in a row. It's also equally as hard to eliminate the defending champs. They know what it takes to win and get over the hump. No one panics because you've been in this situation before and you have that confidence of, hey, we've been here, we've climbed the mountain, nothing can faze us. So even though you're down 2-0 if you're Tampa Bay and you're feeling good about Colorado, that one game in game number 3 should have kind of flipped the script and said, oh, this is not just going to be a walkover series. So you could have succumbed to the pressure if you're Colorado in this game, but credit to them, they kept on showing resiliency, they kept on bouncing back, tied the game at 1-1, tied the game at 2-2, and again, just completely dominated overtime on their way to their big Game 4 victory. Now they're up 3-1, they're going to win the Cup. Congrats, Colorado, big Game 4 win. No controversy, though, on the game winner by Nazem Kadri. Relax. Let's pump the brakes here when it comes to too many men on the ice. You are reaching big time.